42 million people in this country that need food stamps on a weekly basis. And we're saying people deliberately instead of Americans, because most of the people that are on food stamps aren't even from this country. 45% of Afghanistan immigrants are on food stamps, 42% of Somali immigrants, 34% of every immigrant from Iraq, 23% of Haitians, 59% of all illegal aliens are collecting food stamps, meaning that most of the people getting food stamps from the U.S. government and the U.S. taxpayer are not even Americans. Think about that. And we didn't know about any of this before the government shutdown started, but thanks to Democrats, we can confirm tonight that millions of Joe Biden illegal aliens, people who crossed the border when Joe was president, are now collecting food stamps from a program funded by hardworking American taxpayers. There are 42 million people in this.
Welcome to the J.J. Carrell Show. 42 million people. He's right. Not Americans. People. I mean, this SNAP EBT is, to say it's Orwellian would be comical. To say that it's just, well, it's just a little bit of abuse. We're talking about, let me be very clear. I'm not talking about a widower, a widow, somebody loses their job, falls on hard times, because that is what a social safety net is supposed to be. Somebody has a hard time, death in a family, get in an accident, loses a job, just gets a series of really kick in the teeth type of things in life. I want that person to be able to have enough money to go get food for him, her, or their family. I don't have a problem with that. In fact, I want that to happen. I want to live in a community, a country where we have a social safety net. Now, I don't believe that you should take the maximum $8,000 to $9,000 a year in Social Security payments from me, tax, and then give me back peanuts. And then you call that a social safety net. No. I don't have a problem with giving $1,000 a year to a social safety net, $2,000 max. I don't have a problem with that. But instead, we don't have hardworking Americans that hit a wall. No, we have illegal aliens, foreign nationals, legal immigrants, and generational welfare families that are abusing the SNAP and EBT. I could show you video after video after video, and I showed you some the other day, of giant wildebeest. That's the only way to describe it. They're not human. No one can be that big. It takes enormous amounts of effort to grow that size. I'm 6'3", about 2.25, 230 if I've had a pizza the night before. I struggle. I work out all the time. I eat. In order to maintain for a 6'3", 230-pound man, I have to maintain some calories. I just do. Even though I'm older and my metabolism slowed down, I still have to accumulate. If I'm 5'3", 380 pounds, do you know how much food I have to consume? I have to be having a calorie intake of about 20,000 a day. That means the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep, I'm pounding Twinkies in my pie hole all day long. Thus, they can't work. Why can't you work? Well, I'm gigantic. Why are you gigantic? Well, I like to jam Twinkies and ho-hos in my pie hole 24 hours a day. Even when I'm sleeping, I'm rolling over and I got a ding-dong, jamming it in my pie hole. Do you have a problem with this, America? Are you angry at all? Are you pissed off? Let me just make a point here because it's very important. Do you know, illegal aliens, we know they shouldn't be getting anything. And to think that half of the illegal aliens are on SNAP, you're insane, because they may not be on technically SNAP. They're getting prepaid debit cards with tens of thousands of dollars on it. I didn't stutter. Tens of thousands of dollars on it, depending on how big their family is, of course. Legal immigrants under the Immigration Nationality Act, the INA, which I had to learn front and back, and I still know it front and back, states if a legal immigrant can be proven that they need social benefits, they are deportable. Let me restate that so you heard me correctly. I didn't say if or when a legal immigrant gets on social benefits, they're deportable. If I roll up on a illegal alien family, and I see they're homeless or they're being evicted or something of that nature, and I could say, you can't sustain yourself. You are a public charge. That's what they call it, a public charge. Then I deport you under that charge. Do you know the only president of all the presidents that I worked under, only one enforced that law? That would be Donald Trump. They called him a racist. He's a racist because legal immigrants that came here and said, I want to be a part of this community. However, I want to be a part of this community, but I need you to feed my fat ass. I need you to feed all of my rugrats that I brought over here. I need you to feed my wife that's trying to get into the American culture and trying to break the 200-pound barrier and then aspire to be 300 plus. Our government, we, the American people, are funding the lazy, generational, illegal alien, and legal immigrant in order for them to be fed. Let me just, some of these SNAP cards have thousands of dollars a month. Thousands. My grocery bill, I would say, depends on if I have to go and get toilet paper, tissue paper, paper towels, paper plates, stocking up on that type of stuff. It ranges anywhere from $600 to $800, which sometimes it gets to $1,000, just because our economy sucks so bad, and that $1,000 doesn't get you hardly anything. But that's my budget. My wife and I, we're not stingy. We're not frugal like in crazy. We're just very normal. We like normal food. Maybe we'll have steak once a week, some chicken, some kind of beef, right? But we're not like, hey, I need filet mignon and lobster tails. We just want normal stuff. We're just normal people. But the abnormal people in our society, the ones that have been on, can you imagine your grandfather, your father? Let me rephrase this because this is not true. There are no fathers. The grandmother, maybe the great-grandmother, the grandmother, the mother, the child becomes a mother by the time she's 13 or 14. We're talking generational welfare. Could you imagine? Like, I could trace my ancestry, and one thing that's steady on both sides of my family, my mom's side and my father's side, and it's been passed down to my brother and my sisters, and we're passing it down to my nieces and nephews who now are adults. Everybody works. Everybody works. If I have a sister that's a stay-at-home mom, she got a side hustle on top of being a stay-at-home mom. Everybody hustles and works. There is nobody, and I have extended cousins. I have 32 cousins. First cousins. My mom came from a family of 8. And I look at all of my cousins. They're all working their ass off. Some are very successful, some are struggling, some are in between, but they are all working their ass off. Why are we working our asses off for illegal aliens and legal immigrants and all these generational wildebeest and their illiterate, untamed children? I have a budget. My budget is at least at some points 4 times less than the SNAP recipient. Stephen Crowder posted this the other day. He's a if you don't know who he is, find him. He's excellent. He posted that the data shows that the average SNAP recipient gets twice as much than the people that are paying for the SNAP. Meaning, my budget, they get twice as much food as my family gets. I need to say that one more time. My family gets half the amount of food that the family that does not work. So my family gets less food, less nutrition, less higher level foods, steak. I don't even like lobster, but for whatever reason, in the black community, steak and lobster is the new status symbol, like a Cadillac. Steak and lobster. We's going to eat tonight. We's going to eat tonight. If I seem pissed off, it's because I am. They're stealing from us. And our response is, oh, well. When is enough of people like me are going to come together and say, about those taxes? No. Oh, we're going to come get you, JJ. Okay. You're going to come get me. Well, now I have a militia of 1,000 people. Now I have a militia for 2,000 people. Oh, you're going to come get me? You think that's far-fetched? You think that is like never going to happen? You're insane. We're being pushed. The laziest people in our society, people that have broke our laws and poured into our country illegally, people that have people that have asked permission to come into our country legally, and generational welfare people are living better than the workers. Do you have any idea what it must be like every single month that on the first of the month, your EBT card magically has $4,000 in it? That you can go to the grocery store and purchase $4,000 worth of groceries. But what we're finding out right now are that the majority or a significant percentage of the SNAP holders, especially in the inner city, sell their SNAP benefits. This is how it works. Because I need drugs. I need lashes. I need my nails done. My clothes cost more money because my clothes consist of 10 times the amount of material needed to form a shirt or a pair of pants. So I will take my $4,000 EBT and I will sell it to you for $2,500 cash. And around and around and around we go. And you're paying for it. You're working your ass off to pay for this. Can you pull up? This is a ex post from Mike Davis. Mike Davis is a former and kind of a Senate, like not a consultant, but someone that's worked in the government. Let's just say that. I'm going to read this because this is important that we do this. America spends over $100 billion on food stamps each year. The real number is about $147 billion. Over 42 million people are on this. More than $1 for every 8 we spend in our federal non-defense discretionary budget. $1 in $8 goes to SNAP. Every 8th person in America gets it. And he says, we are not providing temporary assistance We have created a permanent welfare state. And I love this. And this is accurate. Many of these welfare recipients are grown-ass young men who can work. And morbidly obese women with too many kids from too many baby daddies. Amen, Mike Davis. And you know what happened to Mike Davis when he put that out? You could take that. Well, he got excoriated. You racist. You vile racist. Okay, hold on a second. Are there a lot of young men that are on SNAP? Well, yes. Okay. Just answer yes or no. I don't need to hear your commentary about being a racist and a white nationalist and blah, 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 blah. Just answer yes or no. So your answer is yes, there's a lot of young men that are able-bodied and can work. Yes. Okay, shut up. Second question. Are there enormous human beings called obese wildebeest on SNAP? Yes. Okay, that's it. Don't say any more. I'm going to a couple more questions. Do these wildebeest, and just a side note, who's having sex with these women? Honestly, that's a fair question. They are almost 400 pounds, 5'1", 5'2", 5'3", 395 pounds. Just a side question. But those women that we see on TV all the time telling me and telling us, I's gots to eat. I's gots to eat. What does that even mean? I's gots to eat. Okay, anyway, those obese women have multiple children from multiple men? Is that true? Yes, it is. Okay, stop. So you just admitted to three things that I stated. Your response is, I'm racist, until I ask you specifically, do those things exist? Yes, they do exist, but it's racist for you to say it out loud. Oh, okay. Okay, I got it now. We're all supposed to shut up. We're all supposed to act as if it's okay to be 24 years old, be 6'1", 195 pounds, and have not worked a day in your life. It's okay to be an obese woman with 12 children by 12 different men, and you are only about 24 years old because you've been having kids since you're 12. And no one says anything. No one goes to jail. There's no pedophilia. And you're getting $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month. What's happened to America First? What happened to that message? Why are we giving all of our resources to foreign nationals here in America and to foreign nationals abroad? Why did Donald Trump give billions of dollars to Argentina beef? I didn't vote for that, sir. I'm one of your biggest supporters. I voted for you 3 times. I didn't vote for that. I didn't vote for $3.8 billion going to Israel so that they can have universal health care, free education, and monthly stipends for people that have children up until they're 18 years old. I didn't vote for that. I didn't vote for you, the federal government, to hand out SNAP benefits to 42 million people. The vast majority are not U.S. citizens and are foreign nationals. I didn't vote for that. If you do not understand that the federal government is the enemy of the people, you are a fool. The greatest enemy of the United States of America is our own federal government, period. Period. I don't care that Trump's in. He has a good VP. He has a very strong cabinet. I'm talking about the government. The administrative state of the United States federal government is corrupt to the core. Are you telling me there isn't one single person that works in the SNAP program that is not going through systematically every single day and clearing the SNAP program out of all of the theft? And I will guarantee you right now, there's not one swinging person doing that. Or if there is someone that finds fraud, their supervisor tells them to shut up. Just process the claim. I will bet you a month's salary that's happening. Because by the millions of illegal aliens that are on that and the millions of legal residents that are on that, you would think by the millions that somebody would stumble across thousands of those every single day and just be working all day and all night canceling benefits, but they don't. Are any of you struggling? Are any of you looking at your grocery cart and thinking, damn, do I really need that? Or when you go through and your grocery cart is half filled and it's $350 and you're like, what? I didn't even get anything. And then you look over to your side of you, depending on where you live, and there's an individual that has 2 carts packed to the gills with all the protein you could eat, all the soda you can drink. And they whip out a card, it's an EBT, and they get it for free. Go on X and put in the search engine, angry Walmart workers on the first of the month. Now watch these videos come out where the cashier, one was bold, pulled it out and said, this is why I never work the first of the month, because I have to watch all these people come with carts after carts after carts filled with food that I can't eat or purchase, and they get it, and it's in the thousands of dollars. I didn't send this to my producer, but I want to pull this up real quick. And it was what the top, I think, 20 purchases of EBT. So let me just pull this up. I don't even think I can pull it up in time. Nope, there it is. I apologize. Here's the top 20, but I'm just going to read a couple. Number 1, there's some times when I'm prepping for the show or when I'm actually speaking it out loud, I have an inner voice kind of telling me where I need to go next and what topic I need. And then there's times where I'm like, okay, well, you got to say this. And before I read it or say it, it's so shocking that it makes me kind of pause, because it's like my brain can't really process it. It's that asinine. It's that grotesque and vile that it's hard for me to really understand what I'm actually saying. Does that make any sense? I know I didn't articulate it that perfectly well, but it's the world is so upside down that I feel as if I'm crazy, because the things that I'm saying are crazy. They're crazy. 5-10 years ago, if I heard myself say this out loud, I would say, you got to go see somebody. This is bizarro land that you believe this. But everything I'm saying is factually true. Nick, I see your note. Shoot me the link. It's okay. It'd take me too long just to be able to cut and paste it. So let me just read it. Top items purchased with food stamps. What is your number 1 product? Think about this. If it was me, I would be purchasing, say, meat, some type of protein, pork, steak, hamburger, Probably not. I wouldn't even do steak. I know me. What can I get the most of in this hard times? Okay, pork is pretty cheap. Hamburgers is expensive, but not as much as steak. So hamburger. Chicken's pretty cheap. I'll just get some thighs. I don't have to get breast meat. I'll get thighs and legs, and it's protein. No. Come on, man. Come on. Do you think the wildebeest and the illegal aliens? Do you think they're thinking like that? Number one, survey says soda. Do you know what SNAP stands for? Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program. Now, I love soda, but I work my ass off so I can buy my soda. Can anyone tell me the nutritional benefit of guzzling down a 12-pack of soda? Or taking a liter and just slamming it down a Mountain Dew? Where does that fall in the SNAP hierarchy of food? Number two, fake eyelashes. No, I'm teasing. Fluid milk, then we go ground beef. And then number four, because we have to have it because it's nutritional. And those are called bag snacks. Basically, chips, candies. Then we go down to number 7. We got cold cereal. Number 8, fresh chicken. I just want to make sure it's fresh for you. Handheld frozen snacks and lunch meat. Then we get to number 11, right? So if you ask me when I go, so I'm going to get milk, water, a couple proteins, maybe some oatmeal, fruit, vegetables, lettuce, some bread. So I'm already at 10, 11, 12. Here goes number 11. Candy. Well, as you hear them speak so eloquently, well, my baby's got they deserve some candy. Okay. Why don't you go work for your candy? Well, I's gots to eat. Yep, it's evident. You's gots to eat. Instant formula. Number 12. Number 13. I don't know if I want to shoot myself or cry myself to sleep. But I have to get through this top 20. Sorry. Frozen pizza. Nothing, absolutely nothing screams nutrition more than candy and frozen pizza. But yet, number 14 is juices and drinks. 15, ice cream. Let's go to number 17, cookies. Shockingly, number 18 is water. How is water 18? Honestly. Number 19, I don't even know what this is. Okay, I'm going to guess. Shelf stable juice. What is that? Is that like a lemonade or something? Then, of course, 20, we need eggs and muffin and potatoes. Now, on SNAP, eggs is the last thing on the list. Do you think we have a problem, America? Do you think that there's something's out of whack? God. Oh. One way I would like to ask you the way I would like to ask you. I actually had a congresswoman ask me that. Well, let me ask you a question in congressional hearing. So I want to go back to my congressional testimony and read. I just want to read the transcript because I want to see if they're really, really honest when they transcribe. Because that woman used the word axe, like an axe. I'm going to ask you. I need to ask you a question. I want to see if the stenographer or whoever was transcribing will actually put AX or will put ASK. I really want to know. Hell, I think I might do that tonight. A congresswoman asked me to do something. All right. The best way for you to support me, and I'm seeing it already, being on this new platform, the Chris Heavens audience, the Survival Dispatch News, is starting to pour into my website and pour into my Substack, and they're beginning to purchase paid subscription. I think I've done 7 articles and previews of my show, and I just keep stacking stuff in there as I see it and give you my take. I think it's worth the money. I really do. I don't want to do a paywall, except there's nothing for free. But if I'm going to charge someone something, I'm going to deliver a product, and it's going to be good. It's going to be a hard take, and it's going to be what I believe. So I'm having people pour into my Substack. You can go to jjcarrell.substack.com, jjcarrell.substack.com, or go to my website, jjcarrell.com. It has all my links, my books, my documentaries, all my socials. So if you're wondering where I am on X, etc., I got buttons. Just click it, and there you go. I love my web. My webmaster is amazing out here in Kansas. They're awesome. So just go to my Substack and go to my website, and that's a great way for you to support me. Or if you just want to see all of my free articles that I put out there or anything of that nature, have at it. My first sponsor of my show, and I talk about them a lot, is sat123.com. Sat123.com. I want you to be prepared. I was being interviewed by a gentleman today for about an hour, and he's a intel kind of special forces type guy. And he said that the big thing to watch out for is on Monday is all the EBT cards go dark. And one of the multitude of threats coming from mainly the Black community, saying not only are they going to go into every Walmart and grocery store and ransack it, but they are going to steal from people in the parking lots. That means violent theft. And my response to that is, we'll see how they like my gun coming right out of my holster and jammed right in their forehead. But you have to be prepared. You have to think of these scenarios. And one way that I think through my scenarios is I literally go to sat123.com and I go through page after page of their products and say, do I need that? And if I do, I purchase it. A generator with solar panels. Great idea. Makes complete sense to me. A Starlink where my internets go down, and that's happened here before. People are always building homes and construction around this area. They're snipping the lines constantly. I have a way to just go straight live so I don't miss a show. My son has a ballistic backpack, and my wife and I have sat phones. So we're always connected. Go to sat123.com/JJ. I want to talk about this next topic because it was personal to me for a very long time. And this is what is happening in the Pacific Coast, Pacific Ocean, in the Atlantic. I know you've seen these videos of Pete Hegseth's War Department bombing, killing, and destroying the narco smugglers. And I've also known you are absolutely watching people like Senator Mental Patient Kane from Virginia, as well as another mental patient, Rand Paul, talk about, well, those poor narco smugglers are not getting their due process. And the Constitution says we have to give them due process constitutional rights. No, it doesn't. Show me where that says that, Rand Paul. And when did the Constitution protect every single person in the world and to include narco terrorists? I don't take any advice from senators, number one, especially senators like that get their ass beat by their neighbors. Their neighbor, his neighbor, beat him up so bad it broke a rib or two, maybe fractured his eye socket because his neighbor is a liberal. Can you imagine getting your ass beat by a liberal? Can you imagine that? I would just say, I fell off my tractor. No, Ram, I think you got beat up by that little skinny-armed guy, the neighbor. No. I fell off my tractor. I'm sticking with it. So the men that I arrested on those beaches at 2 o'clock in the morning would bend Rand Paul over, and they would do vile things to him, and then they would cut his head off. And they would do that with a smile and laughing about it. Those are the men you're protecting, Rand Paul. Do you know how many of those savages I caught, I arrested, I fought with? Do you know how many of those savages that I'm looking at them and I'm like, you are an animal. Like, I can see it. You're like a subhuman. You might be the missing link between the insane evolution theory. You might be that missing link. You are so intellectually dumb. Like, you are so animalistic in the way your eyes look, the way your facial features are, the way that you communicate in grunts. Those are the same men that Rand Paul's protecting. Pete Hegseth writes this. I'm going to read this, and you can play number 4 when I'm done, Nick. Pete Hegseth says, the Department of War has spent over 2 decades defending other homelands. Now we're defending ours. These narco terrorists have killed more Americans than Al-Qaeda. They have been treated the same. We will track them, we will network them, and then we will hunt and kill them. Do you know how many times I sat on the beach in Santa Barbara or Los Angeles, by Manhattan Beach or Redondo Beach, or down in San Diego in La Jolla, Torrey Pines, Carlsbad, and sat there by myself waiting for my backup to come as a large narcotic boat landed with 20, 30 people unloading the narcotics. And then I get like 4 or 5 of my other homies there. And then we go take down 25, 30 people. And when it's all done, all the chaos is done, all the fighting, all of the noise and the violence and the blood, when it's all said and done, as a supervisor, I would have the crime scene contained, everyone arrested, the boat, the vehicles, the narcotics seized, and I would stand there. Time after time after time. 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning. Cold, dark, wet. And I would ask myself, why does the well-being of the American population is solely dependent on me and my guys to catch every single narcotic boat, when those thousands of pounds of narcotics, if I don't catch it, is going to pour into America and poison our citizens? Why do we not have the Coast Guard? Why do we not have the Navy? Why do we not have military blowing them out of the water? Why? Because we are and were a gutless nation. We were led by beta males. Does anyone think alpha male when they think of Clinton? Do you ever consider George Bush an alpha male? Do you ever consider soft-wristed little Obama as alpha? Do you ever consider Joe Biden feeble-minded, brains as mush, pedophile Joe Biden as an alpha? No. Do you look at Donald Trump and think that man is a little bit off center, but he is an alpha? And what makes an alpha is someone that is a little bit off center, someone that you don't know what's going to do, and someone that when he makes his mind up, he will attack you. And that's what Donald Trump is doing. Play number 4 for me, please.
Move spearheaded by Corey Lewandowski.
I'm sorry, that's not the right one.
Numbers, which are.
But you know what? It's okay. I want you to go ahead and play that. You know what? Go ahead and play that because that's going to dovetail into this. But before you play it, let me cue this up, Nick. I was looking for. I don't understand where it is, but I had a video of the boats being blown up. I don't know if you can find one as I'm talking and setting this up. Just on X, you can go on Google boats being blown up. So I don't. If you have one, great. If not, but Donald Trump and Pete Hegseth are blowing up narcotic boats in the Atlantic and Pacific Ocean. Yeah, here's one right now. Let's play that. That is, to me, if you understood what I did for almost 6 years, that is orgasmic to see that. And to drive home the point that those animals that got blown up, if there's a God, they're going straight to hell. They are vile creatures. Vile. So when I hear Tim Kaine, is that guy weird enough from Virginia? He looks like he just woke up from a drunken haze, a drug stupor. He looks like a drugged out Kramer from Seinfeld. And then you got Rand Paul, the dentist or ophthalmologist, I don't know what he is, eye doctor that gets his ass beat up by liberals, trying to tell me and men like me that those savages, they get due process. For what? Due process under what Constitution? In fact, maybe a deeper discussion we can have at another time. Could you tell me what Constitution I'm actually living under right now? Which one is that? Which version? What corrupted version of the U.S. Constitution am I living under today? The one our founding fathers created, or the one that's been bastardized? The one that removed all the senatorial obstacles of having a tyrant in the Senate that's disconnected from the state? That Constitution, that one, the Constitution that says that birthright is there's no such thing as birthright citizenship, that it's two-pronged system. I would like to be under that one. Do we get to vote on what version of the Constitution that we want to live under? Or do we have to live under this living, breathing document that you jackasses change whenever the hell you want it to be? And then you give the protection of this great document, you give that to all those vile, illegal aliens? Due process? Do you know the First Amendment does not apply to any legal resident? Do you know that? Illegal aliens get nothing. They get nothing except if they commit a crime and they get brought in front of a judge and jury. They get that protection. Outside of that, those jackasses get nothing. Why? Because they're illegal aliens. And the Constitution applies to U.S. citizens. Naturalized citizens do not have the full protection of the Constitution. That is a fallacy. I'm so tired of living under the edicts and the stupidity of our leaders, our representatives. Are you telling me that AOC is on the same intellectual level as I am? Do I think I'm the smartest guy in the room? No, I know I'm not. But I'm levels ahead of that dumb woman. The illegal alien Garcia from California, or the illegal alien, the fat Guatemalan Ramirez from Chicago or Illinois. You're telling me I'm on the same intellectual plane as Maxine Waters? Are you telling me that I have the same cognitive abilities as Mitch McConnell? Is Mitch McConnell alive? Is he honestly even breathing? You're telling me I have the same cognitive abilities, I think, as the woman, Democrat Republican congresswoman from Texas, where she was missing for 6 months, and lo and behold, they found her in a memory care facility. So Speaker Johnson had to know where one of his eldest, most mentally deficient congresswoman was, and he said nothing. They're all criminals. I don't care. Give me a broad brush and I will paint them all. Nick, I'm going to save number 4 for tomorrow. That's my mistake. Before I get into the next topic, I'm conflicted on. I'm not conflicted on it. I feel like I'm very dialed in on it. My initial response is conflicted, but once I sit down and think about it, it becomes very clear. And I want to talk to you about that. But first, I want to talk about my other sponsor that I am excited to be able to have on my show. And that is the POC link. Look at this thing. POC 1 Ultra. I have the link on the bottom. POC link, and you find it and it's a URL specifically for me. So it tracks me and my audience that purchases. It's $3.95. I think it's actually cheaper. I think it's $3.59. It's on sale. These are normally $9.99 a pair. Look, it just fits. I have big hands, but it fits in your pocket. What does it do? It's a two-way radio. I have constant connectability with my family. It has a SIM card. There's no annual fee. There will be for $9.99, and then you'll pay $25 to $65 a month, annually for the SIM card and connectability. Now it's free. This is encrypted, meaning people can't, two-way radio, some jerk off can't be sitting wherever trying to intercept. They can't. It's encrypted. There's GPS attached to it. I give it to my wife or my son. I can't get a hold of them. What the hell's going on? Are they okay? Let me find out where they're at. Oh, that's where they're at. Okay, they're at a friend's house. Or they're in the woods 20 miles away. What? Oh, that's not good. This is called being prepared. That's all it is. It's being prepared. I have two. I have one for me and my wife. I will get another pair for my son, so he has one. $350-ish right now on sale. No annual fees, no nothing. Just a simple push-to-talk two-way radio. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Go to the link on the screen. I have this all the time. It's with me. I take it when I leave my house. We can go off of that ICE leadership change. We don't need that, Nick. I'll go to that tomorrow. When I leave my house, I have my cell phone, My sat phone is in my glove box at all times, fully charged. And now I bring my pocket link. I have connectability. I'm prepared. What is the topic that's got me initially conflicted? It would be the Christian murders in Africa, specifically in Nigeria. My first reaction is, let's go take care of those Christians. Let's get there. Let's get our military there. And then I pull back immediately and go, whoa, 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 hold on a second. I'm not getting in a war for anyone, anywhere outside the United States of America. Not going to do it. Nope. Refuse. Because ultimately, we got to get to the point where we say to other people, why don't you take care of your business? Because here's my, and the Christians are being, just so we're clear, I'm sure my audience gets this. Who's killing the Christians? Are there aliens coming out of the sky and slaughtering Christians in Nigeria? Well, no, you see, those would be the Muslims. The Muslims in Africa are using their weapon of choice, which would be called the machete. You're getting shot or you're getting hacked to death. Now, let me reassure everybody, we are all the same. We're all the same race. We're the human race. Have you ever heard anything so stupid in your entire life? Really, we're all the same? So every nation has running water and electricity and has people that have 401ks and have law and order, skyscrapers, hell, 2-story buildings that can go to the bathroom and hit a handle and it flushes away out of sight. Everybody has a faucet they can turn and water comes out, clean water comes out. No, actually, that's not true, JJ. Yeah, maybe we're not all the same. You think so? Can you play, I believe it's number 5. Can you play it for me, Nick? And I'll tell you when to stop if you don't mind. Just play it for a few minutes.
To be outside performing prayer every day. And they expect us to silence. Now, it's an order. Nigerian government came out openly and denied there is no massacre, there is no genocide of Christians in Nigeria. And look at it today. Is there any Muslim here? United Nations, I know you're watching me. American Senate, you are watching what I'm doing, I'm saying here.
Okay, Nick, you can stop it there. Here, and I can feel the passion, and I understand his passion. I understand his back's against the wall. I understand that his people are getting hacked. But I would like to ask a question. Why are you allowing yourself to get hacked to death? Let me tell you something. If I didn't have a knife or a gun, or I know you have sticks around there, like strong wood. I would sit there and whittle it down till it was razor sharp. And as every single person came near me, I would be jamming it right in their forehead over and over and over again. And I would cobble together men like me, and we would fight back. And eventually we would win or we would die. Do you know what I wouldn't do? I wouldn't be sitting in a grave with all my dead brothers and sisters and screaming for Nigeria to come help me. Now, this is where the confliction comes in. I don't want America involved in any of this crap. However, let's say these Nigerians are ready to fight and they need some help. Okay. Well, that would be where the leader of the Christian faith, and this is debatable, but we can all agree the largest Christian denomination would be the Catholic Church. Have we heard anything from Pope Leo? Besides, of course, him blessing a piece of ice, trying to ward away the evil spirits of climate change, or him coming to America and denouncing our way that we handle illegal alien scum. Well, that Pope Leo the illegal, I like to call him that, Pope Leo the illegal, has he said anything about his Christians being slaughtered? Because I'm going to tell you, the Nigerians, majority are Catholic. Have we heard anything? Have we heard a call for crusades against the Muslims? I might sign up for that. I might feel compelled as a Christian to go over to Nigeria and help the Nigerian Christians kill every last Muslim until they submit and slink away to another third world hellhole run by Muslims. I'm going to show you a 10-second video of what it looks like in Nigeria as the Nigerian Christians run for their lives so they don't get hacked to death. Go ahead and play this for us, please. Those are Nigerians running from their one-story kind of buildings as someone, and I'm listening to that fire, indiscriminately just shooting. Did anybody circle back and try to maybe club that guy to death, take his gun, stick it in his mouth and blow his head off, and then kill everyone else? I am astonished at the universal human trait of being a coward. It boggles my mind that we have this level of cowardness that runs. It's like a DNA strand that every human has, specifically the males. The males have this unique DNA of being a coward. And it's a very small group of them, of us, that somehow have that gene, that DNA strand skipped over us, and we don't possess it. Do I say this because I think I would behave differently? No. Nope. I've been in these situations. I've been in life and death. I have been in, it's go time, man. You either take care of your business or they're going to kill you. And I thrive in it because I don't carry that DNA strand of cowardness. Just don't have it. My father didn't have it. His father didn't have it. And my great-grandfather, who joined the army and chased Ponce Villa all over Arizona and back into Mexico, he didn't possess it either. I have a brother. My brother has no coward DNA in him either. His son, who's now, I don't want to say what branch of the military, but he's going to be a fighter pilot. That kid, that young man, he'll always be a kid to me. He doesn't possess it. I look at my son, he doesn't possess it. Maybe it's a unique trait here in America for specific groups of families. Like the Rockefellers get money passed down. Maybe my family tree is you're not a coward. I think I'll take that one over money. I'm going to show one more video because I want to drive home this point that we are in a war, Muslims versus Christians. And I want you to understand that the Muslims are winning because the Christians are cowards. I want you to see a Muslim man in St. Peter's Basilica urinating on our altar, and we do nothing. Play this for me, please, Nick, number 7. Or maybe, Nick, you don't have number 7. Let me try to paint the picture, if you will. A man standing naked over an altar as Christians, Catholics are praying begins to urinate all over an altar, and everyone sits in horror and watches. I wonder if we went in a mosque and did that, how fast your head lopped off your body. No filter, no fear. That's my slogan on my enter into this episode. I want you to remove your filter, and I want you to have no fear. I want you to speak boldly, and I want you to act bold. If not, they, the people that are not cowards, they, the people that have courage, they, the people that possess the strength and the desire and the belief that they're right, they will devour you. They will not devour me. They will devour you. Wake up, America.